In this episode, I will share stories of men who have bought or sent money to Filipina women and some of the most insane situations. Babaya Gabuya asks, what is the most insane thing her family ever asked you, the foreigner, to pay for after you got married? House for the parents? Cousin's wedding? New motorbike for the brother? Gambling debt? Buffalo? Medical bills for the entire barangay? Drop the wildest one you've heard or lived through. Max Filmatic says, oh God, probably at least 500,000 pesos for whatever her family needed. Food, medicine, her mom's birthday, everyone's birthday, my own birthday, which was just a photo shoot so she could get her visa, her parents' anniversary, her half-sister's son's psychology tuition, and to pay off a rental property they couldn't legally collect a rent on until it had been paid. Today, we broke up because I couldn't file the K1 visa because she couldn't simply say any words to reassure me that she was going to treat me better when she got to America. Go ahead, roast me. I deserve it. You do. You do deserve to be roasted because you are the exact reason why so many Filipinos continue to behave the way they do. You are the reason why they only want money and nothing else. This woman could not even lie to you about being a better woman for you until she got to America. That's how little fucks they give about you. And yes, you deserve to be roasted, you simp. Awkward Willow says, I've contributed 15,000 pesos to a house renovation to raise the kitchen and one room because they get flooded. I think the total was about 300,000 pesos that they funded themselves. I just helped a bit, so now they got 2 areas raised that they can go to and bring the things when it's a big storm. The big room is generally dedicated to me and my wife. When we visit them, they made it nice with its own toilet and AC. They use it themselves only when flooding. Not too bad overall. I think my mother-in-law spent more on bringing fruit and fish once a week. Reminder, there's no shame in giving money to your wife or her family if she is your wife and if you love her and you see reciprocal behavior from her that she loves you and takes care of you and provides for you. That is not this type of story we're talking about. The problem is men who never even met these women in the Philippines sending money and continue to disrupt the dating scene in the Philippines. Subject Nature says, so far it is 5,000 pesos for a half-brother's debt he cannot pay to someone else so that the person doesn't go to the barangay and file a complaint. I don't really get that part. I kept going, okay, then what? Okay, then what? They give you strongly worded order to pay, and then? Okay, so you admit it. You got scammed for 5,000 pesos. Trust me, the debt never gets paid, and you will be asked to pay even more. Specific month shares his story. Okay, not a girlfriend, but a girl was chatting with. She was from Samar, I think, and I was working in Manila and had 5 siblings that were also there, but spread out with families and the like. This girl had a semi-decent job, and the siblings were doing well in Manila, decent job and that. So, there was an election, and her mom decided to run for something, mayor or whatever. Then she lost because the other candidate was paying people. That's the story anyways. So this girl asked me if I could help her out and buy a plane ticket for 3,000 pesos so her mom could come to Manila and the family could comfort her because she was depressed. I did the math. 6 siblings, 3,000 pesos, and it's 500 per person for their mother. And all of a sudden, all of those good jobs that everyone was employed with disappeared, and no one has even 500 pesos for their mom. And I do know back home that her mom had a water buffalo, so I was kind of expecting that, but I never got it. At least you are wise enough to understand it was a scam. 6 people cannot gather 3,000 for her mother to cry to them in person. None of it makes sense. Imagine being in a position to run for mayor and not having 3,000 pesos, even though you have 5 children. It's all a scam. Garbage stories coming through, trash behavior. It's all bullshit. Do not fall for any of these. Impulsive Ken says, 5 million pesos for business. And I said, kidding. I said, fuck no. I don't understand. Did you get scammed for 5 million? Or they wanted 5 million so they could start a business? These stories are not new. Just a reminder for everyone to be in the know and understand the information that's given to you is fake. None of these women want you for your personality or even consider a relationship with you. Of course, there are the very rare, very few, but they have their own problems. They're either old, single mothers, simply poor, where you have to take care of them, but they're not just the best women in the world who throw themselves at you and somehow you become a superstar coming to the Philippines from your home country. Does your dating pool improve? Yes, but what do you get in return? Sure, you may be able to meet someone that you would never be able to meet back home, but they come with a whole lot of baggage, and a lot of time that is money. The sooner you understand that, the easier it'll be for you to manage that money. Do you want to give them an allowance? Do you want to pay for the education? Do you want to pay for the entire family? Do you want to rent them a home, a condo, take them on trips? Perhaps you don't care, but do not come on YouTube, become somewhat of a vlogger, and tell people you can live on $1,000 a month and have an attractive girlfriend. What they don't tell you is what they are paying for behind the scenes, all the money that's being extracted from them, buying these women land and houses and cars, but just telling you, oh, I live on 1,000 pesos a month and I am living well. What they don't tell you is their health conditions. They don't tell you their visa overstaying problems. They don't tell you how long it takes to get to these somewhat romantic areas, islands, and beaches. The fact they live with cockroaches and the whole place smells like shit and nobody has your back except for wanting money. Even if the government is corrupt, the immigration is corrupt, the taxi driver is corrupt, the truck driver, every single one of these people are out to get you. Do not forget, you may come across a handful of simple people, poor people that are simply happy, but at some point they see what you have. They want what you have. It's just human nature. How can they eat rice and dried fish while you take yourself or the girl to Chili's or Kenny Rogers or whatever else, even Jollibee? Evasion expert says, all the worst stories I've heard involve bringing a woman you're not certain of to your home country and then having her wreak havoc there. One guy, I heard, third-hand account, got his entire savings wiped from his wife's spending and spending money back, sending money back. He also had to pay alimony because she got pregnant. Later found out it wasn't even his, but still had to pay, LOL. The legal system is against you. What is the most you spent on a Filipina? Write it in this video. Let me know. What have you heard? Warn others. Thanks for listening. God bless.